Hi guys, Michael here behind the camera for Team Shift. We've got Brandon Polley here, fresh off a back-to-back regional top at Canterbury and then Norwich, playing Go Second Swordsoul. So Polley, what are your thoughts about the event before we take us through the list?
Both events were really well run. Canterbury had 123 players and Norwich had 88, I believe. So quite big events for the UK as well. So yeah, they're all well run. Had a lot of fun, and it's good to be playing regionals again.
Cool. So why is Go Second Swordsoul the choice for the weekend?
So during testing, we found that Go Second Swordsoul basically always beats Go First Swordsoul. If they're not maining Protoss and they don't know what you're playing, that's like the only really difficult matchup. And then you also have the Bird, Tri-Brigade deck, and there are some hands where you can actually beat the deck even if you go second they set a full board. So it's always strong. Even if you lose the dice roll, you can still win the game. And then against loads of rogue matchups and the less top tier decks,
so many go second generic
all
staples,
the go second cards just absolutely destroy them. If you open one, you've basically won the game. So.
Right, let's head to the list.
Yeah, so for Swordsoul cards, I play 3 Moye, 3 Long One, 2 Tai.
Yeah.
So this is pretty much the normal ratio. Only playing 2 Tai just because it's you need other cards to see it, and it's Moye is the better starter, and you don't really want to open 2 starters since we're going second anyway. You just want to have loads of light cards and go second cards. So we didn't really think we needed to play 3 Tais anyway.
Yeah.
And then 3 Ecclesias, which can be either the starter, and it's just such a good starter and extender and everything. It's just crazy. And then for all the 10Es, we have 3 Ashuna, 3 Vishuddha, and 2 Atara. So because we're going second, we want to max out on the Vishuddhas, and Atara isn't that good. You just don't really want to banish both of them off of Desires, so that's why we play 2, because it decreases the chance of that happening.
It's a grindy card, really,
yeah,
so.
but I normally side one out if I'm going second into game 2 and game 3 just for more space. But other than that, I just think the 10Es are just way too good, and I don't think you should play Swordsoul without it. I just think your deck is wrong if you're not
They're strong enough in a go first list, let alone a go second. So,
so I just think they're way too good not to play.
Yeah.
And then for spells, 3 Desires is just pot agree, draw 2, and it doesn't matter about what you banish most of the time. Like sometimes I banish 3 Moye or 3 Long One, but I still won both the games just because your engine is you just need 1 level 4 and one, and then you can just basically win the game off that.
Yeah.
And then 3 Emergence standard. I'm not playing the Reborn spell just because it's not that good when you go second. Like instead of the Reborn spell, you'd rather just have almost anything else, pretty much. Yeah, and then for basically all the go second cards is 3 Lightning Storm, 3 Dark Crawler, 3 Chalice. So Chalice is really good into stuff like Scythe, and then the Dark Crawler and Lightning Storm are just really good into almost any deck in the format pretty much. Against Bards, if you open 2 Dark Crawler, you just break the entire board because they oath 1 and then you just Dark Crawler them again. And then against Bards, if you open 3 any 3 of the Dark Crawlers, Lightning Storms, or the other card, you can break the entire board and just play through it. So yeah, and then Chalice just was literally amazing every time I drew it. Going first, going second. Going first is basically impermanence. Going second, you can shut off one of the negates and then just either storm them, dark crawler them, anything. So it's just crazy. Yeah. And then for traps, I play the 1 blackout. You don't want to play 2 going second. You just play 1 so you can search it if you do go first, or you can just banish it just to extend and get another token. And then we played 3 Imps and 3 Evenlies. We weren't originally playing Imps, but Carl decided to put it in at the start of Saturday's event. And this card is actually it's just really good every time you draw it. If you draw it into the Bird deck, and they do the normal combo of make Drake a Future and then normal summon kit, if you impermanence the kit, they normally can't get almost anywhere close to the full board. So all your other cards do so much more and you can just break the board so much easier. And impermanence is just really good, going first, going second. It's basically a better Chalice sometimes, and it's good against almost any deck in the format really. And then Evenly is just another one of the really good blowout go second cards, and it helps break through. It's really good against the Swordsoul board because they don't have a huge amount of follow-up. You can just evenly them. You can bait and negate, bait them Baron, evenly them. Even if you get Protoss, you evenly them. They have to pick something to keep. Like, you might not be able to play, but if you have like a Chalice and Impalm, you can stop their normal summon, and most of the time they can't play through it anyway. And like all the other ones, it's just insane against all the rogue decks anyway.
Cool.
So that's 41 cards because we couldn't think of anything else to take out for room for
The
the
deck's
permanents.
3 ofs that are warranted. Yeah. Why make one of them a 2 of?
And with 3 desires and like so many search cards, it doesn't really affect your consistency anyway.
Yeah.
So for extra deck, for the links, I played 2 monk. I think you should always play at least 2. Like, you just need it for 10 cards. Sometimes you Ashuna first to make the first monk, and then you need to summon a Vashuda. You need to put the Vashuda in grave to summon the second monk or something. So 2 monks, and then Shaman and Draco Masters. So Shaman is obviously really good if you get hand trapped, and it can help just break through boards, and its second effect to pop with when a non-effect battles also comes up sometimes if you like get hand traps and stuff, so you can still out some cards. I didn't actually summon Draco Masters. I summoned it once on Saturday, but I don't think it's not amazing. It's mostly good if you get like token collected, or you get hand trapped so hard and you just have loads of tenues to like break like something like a Sky Striker board or like an Eldritch board, just to like pop all their cards. But I only summoned it once and it didn't really come up. I think I might play another monk instead of it, to be honest, but I don't actually know. The Draco is basically just the 15th slot in the extra deck is just really open, so you can pretty much play whatever you want.
UK regionals are very varied on what deck choices there can be as well. So
for Synchro 8s, the 2 Seashell, sometimes I made 2. I think you should always play 2 just in case for like the grind game or whatever, but like I don't think you ever make 3 ever, but yeah. Then for the Yangtze cards I played, Yazi's really good going second. I didn't summon him that much, but in testing comes up a lot. Paxia, it's obviously insane going second. Just shuffle stuff back. Reborn another starter, keep going. And then Chaofeng is really good going first into stuff like Drytron. I don't think I actually summoned it over the weekend, but I didn't really play anything that it's like super good against. And also the only way to really summon it to get the effect to stop light monsters to summon the Baxia first is if you open a Shuna and another Tenyi when you go first, but obviously I'm going second, so it doesn't come up a lot, but it's still really good in the matchups that it can come up. It basically auto wins you the game. And then for extra 8s, I played the Dragite and the Draco. So this is an okay card, but you mainly just use it when you summon off the Shaman because you're locked into 10 new monsters from the extra deck effects after you use Shaman's effect. So this is just for the Shaman pretty much. And then Dragite I summoned a couple of times. It's just like another really good generic card that you can summon against like back row decks, even like Swordsoul or stuff. It's still good against. Yeah, and then for 10s I played Ready Rose, Baron and Chen Ying. Obviously Chen Ying's just standard, Baron's really standard, and then Ready Rose. Ready Rose is really good. I still haven't actually summoned it, but it's really good into stuff like PK or Drytron because you can just break their board, banish everything they have engraved, and they just have like no follow-up.
Striker struggles as well, so yeah.
So for side deck, I played 3 Lancia. So Lancia's actually comes in quite a lot. It's really good against stuff like PK. You can maybe side it in against Flunderies because it stops all their recurrence and their follow-up next turn. But it's mainly for stuff like PK. Against Swordsoul, I always side it in just so you can't get Protoss, because Protoss for water can basically lose you the game.
Plus the Tenyis as well.
Yeah, so, and then against other random matchups, it can come up against anything that banishes really. And I played 3 draw. Lancia and draw mainly for like the bird deck. So Lancia can stop all the Tri-Brigade effects, so they can't. The Oath isn't live because the only way to summon a Beast Warrior is pretty much summon the Keras to get the Beast, and then Keras effect to summon the DDL to have all 3 types on the board. And then Droll is good against like Bird Up, Drytron. It's just loads of stuff you can put it in against, really. It's just really good against loads of stuff. Then Protoss. Obviously, you side it in all the time against like Swordsoul. It's really good going second, even going second into stuff like Swordsoul, PK, anything else, because sometimes game 2 you don't know what they're going to make you do, so you can just side it in and yeah, call any attribute you need, and it basically shuts off any deck. Because you have access to almost any attribute in the deck, you can just pop it and then you basically can't play. Even against birds, you can just pop your own Baron because you either have the Baron negate or you just stop them summoning all of their birds, which Protoss is just like, it's literally the best card in the side deck. Then spells, I just play 3 Cosmic just for stuff, just for random background matchups. Some stuff needs to banish, and it's really good against Scythe as well, yeah, because you just want to have outs to Scythe, because if you stop, the only thing PK really does is Scythe you, and if you stop the Scythe, you basically win the game. Then Go Fast cards, I played 3 anti-spell in the order. Yeah, if you when you pick to go fast against like PK or something that Protoss just insta wins the game against, you just side these into it stops all of their go second cards that they side in, like Dark Roller, Lightning Storm, and if you just open one of them in Protoss, you basically just win the game. And then Ready Reboot just for stuff like Elevation Trap decks. You can also side it in against the Bird deck if game 2 or game 3 if they go fast, because if they Feather Storm you, you basically have to pass turn. Like you just set a couple of spell traps to pass. So this is sided in for that and trap decks.
Cool. Right.
So yeah.
Thank you for the profile. It's clearly done you well, both Saturday and Sunday. Any closing thoughts? I know Carl's helped you on the deck a fair bit.
So big shout out to Carl. He basically tested most of the deck. He came up with most of the theory with the deck. I basically just played it because I don't have a huge amount of time. And unfortunately, I had to beat him on Saturday to top. So whoever won the match was the only one that could top. So unfortunately, I had to beat him. But other than that, shout out to everyone else in the team for obviously testing and just the added theory from everyone. So yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Polley. Cheers.